Gfal. I'm covering this for a subscriber, so let's take a look at this thing. All right, you can see it is holding this blue line. That's the trend line. Okay, it's holding it. It came up, it bounced off it there. It came up, it bounced off of it again here. All right, now let's dig in here and see if this thing is going to hold this trend or not. This is on the daily right now. Okay, you can see the perfect bounce there. Let's get this right where we want it. That's pretty close right there. Let's lock that in place. All right, we got the daily RSI. All right, it's down here. You can see it's at a 44 and a 40. It's bullish right now. The thing I really want to stress is down here at the bottom. Look how low this is down here. It's at a 45. All right, so this thing has lots of room to do this, to come up. Okay, and it has the potential to do that. All right, now if we go out on the weekly, the RSI is pulling down. All right, you can see, whoops, let me get that off there. You can see the RSI is pulling down. It is bearish right now, all right, on the weekly. Now, if we look at this, I was trying to count some waves in here because normally you have a 5-wave up, all right, possibly a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5 right here, which would mean an ABC correction would come in after that. All right, so let's look and see if that is a possibility. An ABC would be something like this. All right, let me show you here. Let's get a top point on here and pull this over. All right, an ABC would be a bounce. You would have, it would look something, let me give you an idea. If you're not familiar with that, this would be your A leg. Your B leg would come up to a 702. And then your C leg down. All right, if this thing did an ABC, you would be looking at a correction to 0.019 right down here. All right, that would be the measured move for that thing. Now, is it going to do that? All right, we have the 12-hour RSI at the top. It's correcting. We have the 8-hour correcting coming down. All right, and we have the 4-hour just about at the bottom. All right, so if this does an ABC, and if that was 5 waves up, all right, I would expect a bounce. You know, this thing did a bounce up to that 786. You can see, look at how volatile this thing is. Okay, look at these big spikes in price action. All right, that's what makes it tough in here. It came up and hit a 702 right here. So is it pulling down now for the ABC to finish? If it did that, like I said, let's start this over again so I get this measurement absolutely correct. Right from the high right down here. All right, we're going to go to there. You know, did this, you know, this pulled back up. It spiked up here. Is that good enough? You know, I guess possibly. If it is, then I would expect this wave down to pull down right. Get this measurement correct. Right down to there would be the bottom for an ABC correction. Let's put a line there. Let's make that a little bit bigger so we can see that, okay? That's what I would be expecting. After 5 waves up, you have an ABC. We had that wick up there. Is that good enough or not? We're going to have to, actually, we're going to have to wait this out and find out. That's the bottom line here, all right? You had the A leg down, right down to here was your bottom. You had a spike up to a 618. That could be the top of the B leg right there. All right, after your bottom and your C leg down. Or this thing could end up pushing back up here to the 618, possibly the 702, and then finishing the move down. Now, what makes me really believe that this is happening also is this weekly, whoops, let me get that off here. This weekly RSI, all right? Right there, pulling down pretty hard. It's still at a 60 on the bottom down here. All right, so the best thing for this right now would be a corrective ABC structure, and then a continuation up, and then the 5 waves up. So we'll see what happens here, guys. That's what I would be looking for if I'm looking at this thing. You can clearly see looks like 5 waves up right there. So if that's what happened, you know, you can see a 1, 2, 3, 4, and a 5th wave up. Now let's measure that once. I can measure this, what this 5th wave should have been. Should have went to the 618 Fibonacci area. Alright. You have the top right there. Okay? Yeah, pretty close. Alright, and the way I figure this out, you put a Fibonacci on here. The 1618 is usually your 5th wave extension. And if you go sign up for my trading classes, it's a level 3 membership. You get access to 17 videos over 7 hours worth of trading classes to learn to do this stuff. And you can, you know, it's worth $15, guys. Not financial advice, not a financial advisor, but it took me years and years to learn all this stuff. So it's worth it. I've had people resubscribe now numerous times once their membership ran out for 1 month, right back to the trading lessons, because you know, it can change your life. It really can. Changed mine. But this is the target it gave, up to 0.027. This thing went up to 0.028, so that was the target right there for the 5th wave extension. If you would have been targeting that, got out up there, bought back in after the correction. But I'd be looking for a correction down to this 0.0186 area right now for an ABC to finish it out. So, all right, guys, thanks a lot. Talk to you soon.